Well, hello and welcome. I'm Anticio Duke. I'd like to thank you for stopping by. We always want to try to measure our level of success in every endeavor, whether it's building a product, whether it's accomplishing a new skill, whether it's a level of reading. There are levels of success or metrics that we need to try to identify to help us understand what we need to improve on. Products, software is no different. And today we're going to give you a few tips that help you understand the best ways to identify the metrics for success in your product. If you're ready, let's do this. And you're back. The key to identifying product success, whether it's activities, goal achievement, things of that nature, is to identify your project goals. All right, that's rule number one. Once you do that, it helps you understand things. And from a product perspective, let's say you're looking at a different product, because different products require different success metrics. So for example, let's say you're looking at a ticketing app, right? Maybe you'd like to understand the percentage of tickets closed, or let's say the duration, how long a ticket was open. These are metrics that are aligned with that type of product. It would be different for, let's say, it's e-commerce based. Then you're looking at things like the number of transactions or the number of conversions that occurred, or the percentage of carts that are abandoned. That's entirely different and a different level of insight than you would look for in a ticketing system. So understanding the project goals matter, and you will also gain insights to help you better identify and define what success means. That's tip number one. Tip number two in defining a level of success in your product design and application endeavors is to understand the process in which your workflow occurs for software development. And what I mean by that is understanding the phases in which the development of this software happens. Some organization starts with maybe there's a concept, and then it goes into development. And then from development, it may go into QA, or quality assurance. And then it may move into UAT, which is user acceptance testing, before it gets to deployment and then production release. So there's phases in the cycle of software releases. And once you understand those phases and those stages in which the software actually occurs and gets developed and deployed, then you're better equipped to identify at what stage success is relative to, or at what stage does this software feature or product has a pass or fail metric. What does success look like in the development environment? What does it look like for user acceptance testing? So these are criteria or requirements that are needed to say, hey, this is good to go, to move to the next stage. That will help you along the way. It gives you a data point to work from, to reference, and offers that kind of visibility towards success. The third tip in defining the product design success metrics, I can't say success, I don't know why. Pick the right tools. There are a plethora of tools out there that you can use for different reporting, but they all are specific in their own niche area. They have value depending on what you'd like to report on. So let's take, for example, if you understand the audience your application is going to be developed and built for, then you can have a really good chance of understanding which tools to use. So let's say you're doing a business to business application, let's say a SaaS product. That SaaS product may need reports on, let's say, how many tasks are complete over time, the performance in which a specific element in the UI was changed. There's tools like Hotjar that are good for that, which helps you identify what changes were made and how a user actually navigates on that UI to identify what's been improved or what's failing. That's a different success metric. Let's take B2C or business to consumer. If you think, let's say Adobe Photoshop, where a business creates a software application and offers it to a consumer. You, for example, the organization would like to track metrics on customer reviews or customer satisfaction, or validate research based on the product's performance. There's tools like user testing that could offer those insights to give you better understanding of what's happening. Okay, so once you identify the right tool for the right product, then you have a really good basis of understanding how to report on that and what success looks like for that particular product. Now, I'm no way affiliated with either of the products that I mentioned, but I have used them and experimented with them in the past, and they worked for the needs in which I needed them for. So that's just a disclaimer. I need to put that out there. So the last tip kind of goes without saying, but it bears to be spoken on at any rate. If you've clearly identified the project goals, you've understood the workflow, and then picked the right tools, last thing to do is just implement and then get the results, okay? It's fairly simple. You've walked through everything. You've understood what pass or fail means and what success looks like in each endeavor or each stage. Now it's left to implement. And once you implement, you will gain these insights to help you modify, tweak, adjust, or scrap an entire product or feature. And that, my friends, is what defining success means. As we all know, developing products or designing anything is an iterative process. Many times you won't get it right the first time, but through clear-cut steps and some imagination, ambition, and fortitude, you're well on your way to making an amazing product that everyone's gonna love. That's success. Just saying. If you enjoyed any of this at all, feel free to implement it in your own workflow. Share it with someone. Hell, like this video if you did. It's just free valuable content for you anyway. And let me know which particular tip either you got hung up on or that you choose to implement in your own process of defining success. I'd be happy to learn and listen. That's my time. I won't take up more of yours. But just remember, your life has color. So it's up to you to design it that way. We'll see you in the next one. The third tip in identifying and defining the project, implement these tests and analyze the reports. Analyze.